Burst productivity by eating the frog. Eating the frog is a powerful tool for straightforward productivity. Anyone with an extensive to-do list may overestimate what they can get done with the limited number of hours they're given in a day. It's a quirk of human psychology, one we are all prone to. How, then, can one burst productivity by eating the frog? In this tutorial, we'll discuss what it means to eat the frog and how it can make the most of your goals. First, why is this task-busting method called Eat the Frog? It actually gets its name from a quote by Mark Twain. "If it's your job to eat a frog, it's best to do it first thing in the morning. And if it's your job to eat 2 frogs, it's best to eat the biggest one first." If you feel like you're tugged in 100 different directions, overwhelmed with how many tasks your day-to-day presents you, the Eat the Frog method could be your key to shifting your productivity into high gear. The technique is simple. Step 1. Identify your frog. Your frog is going to be the hardest, most important task you have at hand for the day. You only need to eat 1 frog, remember. As Twain says, if it's your job to eat 2 frogs, it's best to eat the biggest one first. Narrow your task list down to the biggest hurdle. Step 2. Eat it. Before any other task, take care of the one you have identified as the frog. Why is this important? Taking care of your biggest task prevents you from putting it off as the day goes on. You'll feel a great sense of satisfaction once you have your most difficult to-do list item out of the way. Once it's done, it's done. This leaves you free to handle everything else that needs your attention that day. Step 3. Repeat it. Small steps taken consistently will always add up to big accomplishments. They say it takes 21 days for something to become a habit. If you want to make a habit of handling your toughest task first, try repeating this productivity-busting method for 21 days. You may be asking yourself why this method works. What will keep you from simply kicking back after you finish the hardest task and not address any others? As we've discussed, it is a human reaction to overestimate what you can get done in a day. Productivity systems usually end up making us feel like we're constantly behind, unable to properly keep up with the demands of our everyday workflows. That sense of failure will leave many people feeling down. They feel as if they are struggling to accomplish everything that they need to. It can cause feelings of anxiety, depression, or simply of being overwhelmed. When we feel bad, we're more likely to avoid what's making us feel that way. Instead, we seek out the things that will boost our mood in the moment. This may be social media, television, or hobbies. In short, any way that we can possibly find to procrastinate. Eat the Frog forces you to focus on less, even when you know you're capable of doing more. Think about a time when you have completed a difficult, arduous task. It feels good. It will fill you with a sense of accomplishment and relief. That is where the Eat the Frog method works. Any day that you eat the frog is off to a positive, productive start. When you eat the frog, you're making progress on something meaningful every day. Multiple studies have shown that progress is a crucial motivator of happiness and engagement at work. People feel good when they follow through on things they intended to do. When this happens, it becomes easier to handle these tasks. Because you then feel better, you'll be more motivated to complete the rest of the items on your to-do list rather than sit back and call it a day. Eating the frog is a deceptively simple method for managing productivity and avoiding procrastination. If you struggle with prioritizing or managing your to-do lists, try to remember that if your job is to eat a frog, eat the biggest one first. Distractions to cut out if you want to be productive. It seems, even in your dedicated workspace, the distractions are everywhere. We're all prone to letting our minds wander, but some elements of your surroundings may be more distracting than others. These diversions will hinder your productivity and can even stop you from getting work done in a timely manner. While technology can be endlessly useful and even essential to day-to-day work and home life, there's no doubt that online, the biggest distractions are just one click away. But it isn't just social media and mobile games that can lead your mind astray. Today, we're going to tackle the distractions to cut out if you want to be productive. Chatty co-workers. It's essential, especially if you work in a position that requires teamwork to foster a relationship between yourself and your colleagues. Daily conversations and rapport will set the basis for building a friendly, collaborative culture. Those who work in spaces with a convivial atmosphere enjoy their work and are happier all round. However, your break room banter could eventually keep you from the entire process you're at work for, getting your job done. If you have a particular co-worker or colleague who is prone to excessive chit-chat, try having a discreet, professional discussion with them about how it's affecting your work. Let them know that you're always happy to chat, but they should save it for lunch and after office hours. If your workplace allows you to wear headphones, popping them on can indicate to your colleagues that you're focused and in a work mode. They'll be less likely to interrupt you, and you can keep your mind focused on the tasks at hand. Emails. Emails are a crucial part of anyone's job, especially in the digital age. However, when your inbox feels overstuffed, you can find yourself falling into a rabbit hole of replies, forwards and follow-ups. Many of us have emails set to provide desktop notifications when they arrive. After all, we don't want to miss a crucial project update or request from our superiors. However, that notification box popping up in the corner of your screen may wind up doing more harm than good. Now, you obviously can't completely cut emails out of your day-to-day life. It simply isn't practical. What you can do, however, is 1. Set your notifications to only appear on your desktop for certain groups or individuals. That way, instead of receiving a pop-up for every email, you'll only be notified when your most crucial correspondents are reaching out. 2. Designate certain times of the day to check your emails. For example, if you want to check them for 10 minutes every hour, you'll still have the remaining 50 minutes to maintain focus while still keeping on top of the messages you received. Another strategy is to work in offline mode. If you can work in a way that does not require internet access, disconnecting from your Wi-Fi will keep the emails from taking your eyes away from your work. Smartphones. Continually checking your phone will always interrupt workflow and overall focus. While it's important to stay connected to your contacts, your phone can be a dangerous portal into heavy distractions. Of course, we all love our smartphones and the people we contact with them. However, anyone can admit that their smartphones are notorious for keeping them from important work. Moving your phone elsewhere, such as in a drawer, will make it much less tempting to check. If you have the space to, keeping it out of arm's reach can prevent you from getting lost in it. If there are some notifications that you simply cannot miss, such as from your child's school, make them silent and hide them from your lock screen. Keep your phone nearby in case of an emergency, but in a way that does not lead to further diversion. Distractions happen to everyone. Even the best of us can fall victim to the siren call of chatty co-workers, endless emails and smartphone time sinks. However, minimizing or cutting out these distractions will do wonders for your productivity.